And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Legends here in Boardman for the South Range Show. DJ Yoakley, Coach Dan Yeagley with you for the next chapter. And the chapter sounds a lot like the last chapter, where we come in after a win, we talk about it. Jefferson, a team that everybody was kind of up against and wanted to talk about, high-powered. And you guys prepared and prepared and prepared. And once again, the high-flying Raiders, perfect. 8-0, Coach. Talk to me about the week that led up to the big win.
The kids did a great job. They came in with two great running backs, a quarterback and the one receiver, and that they give the ball quite a bit to. So very good team, very good, well coached, explosive kids, explosive players. And our kids did a great job concentrating all week and staying focused and able to shut their running game down. Basically, they had one long drive on us and we got on them after that and, did a great job after that. But, it's just, I'm just so proud of the kids. A little adversity. We hadn't played in the rain yet.
Yep.
And, or sideways rain even. So we got a little nasty up there. And guess what? The kids didn't mind. They played hard and played well, and they didn't let the elements affect their game. And got on, came out with a win.
You talk about the stopping the run game, but the pass game was non-existent. No completions on the night, so the defense was on point.
Yes.
I mean, this is part of the season where you want your defense to be really leading your team.
Oh yes, and the old saying, defense wins championships. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's a team effort more than just defense. But, the defense is playing really well. The defensive front playing super. Linebackers are playing great. Secondary shut them down. We didn't give them a whole lot of time. Some of that, we shut down their passing game. Some of it was the weather. But, luckily we were able to throw, and we threw well. So, hats off to the defense. Coach Rock and he got the defense going and did a great job.
Did they throw anything at you that you weren't expecting? I know you're one of those guys, you look at the matchups. Grant Hitchcock, one of the best quarterbacks, I think, in the NE8, if not the 4-4-0 area. He's playing wide receiver.
Yeah.
So did it kind of tweak you a little bit?
No, I mean, he came back and played a lot of quarterback, which was nice. And, when he was there, he was running the ball and, that's what they wanted. And they wanted to get him the ball because he's the player. I mean, he's the man.
He's the dude.
And does a great job along with him and the Hodge kid. And, those two kids, can change a game in a hurry. And, they got into some unbalanced stuff and some three-back stuff and attacked us in different places that we weren't ready for and didn't make adjustments. We didn't adjust to it that much. And, we after that long drive, we made some adjustments and, got on the kids a little bit. We were out of our game.
Sure.
We weren't doing some of the things we were supposed to do and technique-wise out of our technique and just sort of got lost there for a second. About 8 minutes, actually. It was a long drive. And, got back on track, and they did well. I mean, then we shut them down and got 3 and out the next time, went down and scored, and we got them 3 and out, I think, the next series and scored again. So it was good. I mean, the kids, like I said, I'm very proud of how they played and dealing with the adversity of the rain and a little twist that they did offensively, which is a great coaching job by Coach Hanna. And he, like I said, he does a good job. He gets the kids ready to play.
And I know he thinks an awful lot of you. I mean, do you guys ever kind of I know you talked before the game and after the game a little bit. Does he ever ask you questions about kind of, because he's a youthful, exuberant coach who thinks the world of you. I mean, does he ever kind of pick your brain for questions?
We talked before the game. We don't share a whole lot since we're in the same league. But next year, he said, "Hey, this winter, I'd like to sit down and talk a little bit." And we'll do that. We'll get. I always like talking to coaches because I always come out with something also. Always trying to grow myself, as I should, you should say. You're always looking for something, yes, and you can always get something from somebody or some film or somewhere, and if you're looking for it. If you're not looking for it, shame on you because it's there, and you can learn and you can grow and you can get better.
Who are the coaches that you look to for kind of the insight and stuff that maybe weren't on your staff or maybe were?
You know what? There's a bunch of them out there that talk to regularly. This guy up north, Tiger Laverde.
I think I heard of him.
Always try to listen to him, and both Coach Pavs. Both are phenomenal coaches, and they've been around the game forever. So Mike's been a great help to me, and and everything else. And Tom has been too. I mean, they're both phenomenal coaches, and like I said, they've been around the game forever with their dad and everything else. So I always try to get something from them. And you got other coaches that are just Coach Spate, another one
Oh,
that
wow.
just knows the game. I mean, he's been around it for a long time, and you talk to him, and Coach Hake, and of course Coach Hake, because he knows everybody. But
Cold-blooded.
but it's always fun. Some of the things we do, I got from Coach Moore over at Maslin, and just coaching an all-star game, and all of a sudden he was coaching the big division, we were coaching the small division, but you get some nice pointers, and like I said, if you're looking to learn something, you can find it. And some of the things that we do now, coaching wise, as a staff, I picked up from him about 5 years ago, and it's really paid off and made our program better. And that's what we're trying to do, make our program better.
Absolutely. Now that we're in week 9, some of these questions I decided to throw out the wayside because we ask them every single week. So we're going to get to know you and kind of understand because you are looked to as one of the leaders in this area, not just for
The old
South
guy.
Range. Well, I wouldn't say that. But the dean, the professor, so to speak, of football,
about that.
that's got to be humbling for you, knowing your background, knowing how much work you've put in, and people look to you in a certain light as the guy, as a guy that they want to be like, myself included, and a guy that they strive to emulate what you've done with the program. What does that mean to you?
It's flattering, very flattering. But we've talked before. You surround yourself with good people, and that's what makes your program going. And I surround myself with a great staff, and that staff is unbelievable. And they're what makes the program click. They really are. I'm just I'm lucky that the South Range has allowed me to hire who I need to hire and do what I need to do, and been blessed that way. But it's you're around for a long time. You make a lot of friends, and it's the coaching community is a very tight knit group, and you have to be, because sometimes you don't have a whole lot of friends. So there's a lot of people up in the stands that don't
Not you.
Yes, everybody. But it's fun. And, I belong to a couple associations which we get together regularly, and get to be able to talk and sit around and talk. And you always, like I said, trying to steal something. But I've been, like I said, I've been blessed with a great staff and a great program. The kids work hard. They understand what's expected of them, and I just I don't know about that's tough when people think of me that way, because like I said, I'm blessed over and over, and it's not me, it's the program.
Can you think of one single point of, I don't know, just something that you took away from another coach that has stayed with you for all these years?
Um, Coach McClellan, when back in the beginning, he says, you don't have just to be fair, you got to appear to be fair. And how true that is, because sometimes you get stuck in situations where you have to make decisions or something like that, and kids playing, kids not playing, uh, you know, discipline a kid, something like that. How you just can't be fair. You got to appear to be fair to everybody, and that's hard to do.
It is.
That's something that that's really stuck with me a lot, and and don't change. Coach Butchie, as happy to, when I first started coaching, walked in and walked into a northeastern Ohio meeting, and he came up to me and he knew more about our season than I knew about his season or anything else, and he rattled off some things, and he said, "Don't change, just do what you're doing. I mean, you're doing it the right way." He said, "I've heard." So when you got people like that saying that, and you know what, I'm going to go back to the previous question. Somebody that helped me out a lot early was Coach Dressel. I was able to take his fundamentals of coaching class.
He had a whole class?
He had a class when he was at YSU.
Okay.
And his coaches signed up for it. It was during June when the off season, preseason,
Yeah.
right there, and and what he did is he more or less he didn't do he assigned coaches to assistant coaches and told them to take care of this person and get them whatever they want. Well, he went through the room and say, okay, who would you want? Who do you want? And he asked me, and I said, I want you. And he said, oh, I don't do that. And I said, Coach, there's a reason why you're successful and you've been successful, and I want to know the reason why. It's not X's and O's. It's not how you play your defensive end. It's not the game play. It's there's more to it than that. And he was a real blessing to me. He took his time. I talked him into it, so he took his time and made a. There's times he wasn't there, but I walked in and his secretary says, "Oh, Coach Tressel left some stuff on on his desk. Sit down, go through it. Read this, read that, look at some film, do this, and the next day he'll talk to you about it." And so he was a real blessing to me too, and taught me how to treat people. And even Coach Cook, when I first started coaching, was a young pup and taught me how to treat people, which is very, very down at Watkins Memorial taught me how, and that's a lot about the game. Sometimes it's not X's and O, it's how you treat people.
It's Jimmy's and Joe's.
It's Jimmy's and Joe's. That's right.
It's incredible. I've never heard that story. We've known each other for a long time. You've never told me that story.
Coach Tressel's been a huge help to me, and always in my back pocket. And I mean, just there because I know I can reach out to him. And there's a guy that showed me. He won a national championship game on Saturday. Monday morning at 7:00, he was in our school recruiting kids.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, Coach, what are you doing here? And I said, why aren't you? And I was an assistant coach, and I wasn't even the head coach. I was an assistant coach. And I said, what are you doing here? And go enjoy it. He says, I've got to prepare for next year. He said, my team is still down there, still there. My assistant coaches are with him. But he said, there's some kids I have to talk to. And he's talking to Nathan Toy and Todd Kohler.
Yeah.
Both of them did, very well for them, for
that had to make an
YSU.
impact.
Oh, and just how, again, set your priorities. Where's your priorities at? And his priorities were preparing his program and making his program better, and at expense of him not spending time with the team and celebrating. It's going on to the next season, which is huge. I mean, that taught me a lot.
Incredible.
It really did.
Incredible. It's funny because when I think of your style, I think of Jim Tressel, and I never knew there was that connection there.
Oh, like I said, he was what he did during that class and beyond that class is huge, and I can't thank him enough for what he's done. And it's nice seeing him down at Ohio State and everything. I was at a clinic once, and everybody was asking his autograph after he won the national championship, and he snuck in behind me, and Coach Allegretto was there and a couple other coaches, and he said, can I sit here and just hide for a little bit? And I said, sure, Coach, anytime you want. And we talked for a little bit. It was very nice just to catch up because once you got down there, it's sort of separated a little bit, but just a great human being and a great man, and beyond being a great coach. But he coached people and got the most out of those people. And again, he surrounded himself by quality coaches. Absolutely. Also, and that's what makes YSU and Ohio State and everybody the way they are is because of what he did.
Kingmaker. Everywhere he goes, he's a kingmaker. I admire his recall. Not that we want to make this about Coach Tressel, but I mean, really, he's a huge impact guy in your life.
Oh yeah.
I admire his recall. What's the thing you if you had to look at it and pull one thing out of the hat that you admire about Jim Tressel that you really wish that you or maybe have incorporated into your game?
Like I said, it wasn't about X's and O's. I mean, we could have talked X's and O's, but he would have sent me to somebody else. And, his constantly wanting to build the program and make it better. Like I said, showing up on a, Monday morning at 7:00 after winning a national championship on Saturday. Him going to all the schools. I mean, he showed up at schools constantly. He was always there. He always present. Always a person that would take time. He didn't have to take time for me. I mean, that wasn't what it was about. I mean, he showed me his senior books and everything else that they put together. I forget what they're called now, but and we went through some of them together. And he's a very godly man, a very great leader, and it was more about leading and. Like I said, surround yourself by good people and letting them coach. I mean, he wasn't stepping on people's feet.
No.
He was letting them coach and letting them get the most. Now I'm sure he corrected them and didn't correct them, but guided them in the right direction. And but he was like I said, a phenomenal man and a great coach and a great leader. Probably the leader first. I mean, because he was a great leader and got those kids playing hard and got the kids playing for something bigger than him. He got them playing for the program, which is what I try to do.
Fly the Y.
Try.
Big game. Week 9, Lakeview. I mean, they're a team that can sneak up on teams. I mean, they showed earlier this year what they can do. What do you have to do to beat the Bulldogs?
You got to play South Range football. And, I went in the locker room today and I said, today's practice isn't about Lakeview. Today's practice is about South Range. We got to make South Range better. We got to continue to improve ourselves, improve yourself, and in turn, you're going to make the team better. And that's what we are trying to do right now is, again, make the team better and make us better. They run a couple different things that we haven't seen, but we know that there's a possibility of seeing later on down the road. So it's a good practice right now, working on making ourselves better, making the team better, preparing ourselves for the future. And like I said, they do have players. Their front line is probably the best front line that around. I mean, physically, nice size kids, work hard, good technique. Coach has done a great job there. And, he's a Hubbard guy, and it shows. Some of the things they're doing is very Hubbard-like, very disciplined, very good, and he's changing that program around. He really is, and I see great things coming from him. And they've been, playing a couple different kids. A couple kids have been sick, a couple kids hurt. We know that it's this time of year, and moving some people around and making the most of them. So I mean that's a sign of a great coach and a good program, or program that's coming up and scary. Could be very scary.
3 men here tonight to represent the football team.
Mm-hmm.
Cade Whitmer is going to be the first up. What can you say about Cade?
You know what? Cade is, he worked hard in the offseason. He was getting ready. And all of a sudden, because of some things that happened, he had to step in at tackle, and he did a phenomenal against Jefferson, just did a great job. And, playing that tackle position is very hard nowadays because of those end rushers and how everybody's teaching them to work their way upfield. But he did a super job. And assignment-wise, even today in practice, he did, we were looking at little things and trying to get better. And, didn't get to tell him, but, all of a sudden he's reaching his hand out to feel that defensive end. He wasn't there, so he went up to the linebacker. So he's getting it. I mean, he understands he's getting better every single day. And like I said, last week's win was huge. We needed him very, very badly, and he stepped up and performed greatly. I mean, just fantastic.
Another man who'll be up second is Tyler Remish, a family you know very well, and a young man who's I'm being told is very quiet off the field. Talk to me about Tyler.
You'll have fun with Tyler.
Of course.
Tyler's, a phenomenal linebacker, very good linebacker, and, very good running back also. And moving people around and, doing a little bit of both. I mean, he's a slugger. I mean, he really is. It's fun watching him. Read his keys, get to his gap. When he misses one, he knows already. I mean, he's been well coached. I know his dad helps him out too, and he's been very well coached and disciplined, and knows what he's supposed to do. And when he doesn't, he's hard on himself. And like I said, he works hard. He works hard in the weight room. One of our stronger kids, and he just does everything right. And like I said, he's hard on himself, and he's always trying to raise his game. Last week he had a great game offensively and a great game defensively, both sides of the ball. And pouring down rain, we needed a slugger, and he was it and made things happen.
He's your cold weather guy, it sounds like.
He's
ice cold. And then the third one, the one I'm excited about, I've waited a long time to talk to this young man, Bailey Ryan. You gave me some tidbits about Bailey before we got on the air that we'll go over. But what does this young man mean to this team?
Coaching the defensive line, he's been my guy for 4 years, a 4-year starter for us. And, I think the world of Bailey. And, he's a hard-nosed kid that's crazy athletic. I mean, he's a kid that can do anything. I mean, I've seen him catch get interceptions. I've seen him. He has had an interception, fumble recoveries. He got that one extra point block, and he picked it up and scooted down the field. I mean, he can do anything. And, there's certain parts of the places on the field that you don't have to worry. And I know I can put him there and I don't have to worry. I can concentrate on the other 2 guys or the other 3 guys. He's going to do his job. And his instincts are unbelievable. How he can react. I mean, he feels pressure and he reacts to the pressure. And some of his hockey, as you'll talk to him about.
Yes.
He understands. He's amazing. He can do anything.
Did he ever knit you anything?
No.
You got to get you a hat, Coach. Winter's coming.
He's a fisherman. He does everything. I mean,
goodness.
He's fun, and we have a lot of fun together. As a matter of fact, he's with me full time, which is even better.
Great.
But it doesn't matter. He's also a good influence on the young kids, because I keep him with the young defensive linemen also as a leader amongst them, and he's a good leader and helps them out with the drills and pushes them to become better athletes, because he understands it's not about it is about this season, but it's also about building the program, and he's trying to build that defensive line into a better program for years to come.
Legendary question is the last question here tonight, Coach, for you. You mentioned influence. How important is influence from your upperclassmen to your lowerclassmen on a football team?
That's it. It has to be. I mean, that's how you build a program. You build it from, we talk about it all the time, how these guys are not only playing for the guys that played before. Gus is playing for his dad because his dad played for me too. I mean, he's playing for those people that played before him, and they're going to play for the people that are going to play after them. How you have to, Gus is playing for his brother. When we talk it's about building the program, and the seniors, they got to understand how they have to teach these younger guys the way. I mean, because it can't be me. You got all these kids running around. I mean, we got more kids now than we ever have. And, these seniors have to take these young kids by the hand and direct them in the right direction, and take care of problems, and take care of situations, and lift kids up. It's watch our sidelines when those young kids get in, and when you see them excited, then things are going in the right direction. And that's the best feeling in the world, when these guys understand that they're building the program by helping out these young kids.
Coach, thank you very much. We love you. We appreciate you.
I love you too. My goodness, this is awesome. And I appreciate Legends, and
absolutely.
And again, Dickey Electric and everybody else who sponsors this, and lots of fun. And thank you for all you've done for South Range and these kids. You're going to enjoy them.
I can't wait. What are you going to eat tonight?
I don't know. Whatever, Kelly, we're going to talk about as soon as I'm done here. So we're going to get something to eat and have.
Mrs. Coach, what are we eating? What's good tonight? We'll get back. We'll be back right after this. Hey, come on. This is your casa now. We'll be back right after this, live from Legends in Boardman on your sports network.
It means the world to me to know that what we're doing is impacting people. And whether it's simply I got to watch my son or daughter when I was out of town, or we just love watching YSN. We love what you do for our son or daughter. So whenever someone says thank you, or someone is appreciative of what we're doing, it tells me everyone at YSN is doing what we initially set out to do, which is shine a light on these athletes and help them kind of promote themselves. My name is Anthony Hartwig, and my sports network is your sports network.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
As fine as the eye can see, the finest hardwoods from the finest trees. Made for your home and within your means, Baird Brothers will help fulfill your dreams. Let life and light come shining through in quiet morns. And heavy traffic, too. Find your easy-to-afford fine hardwood floors and doors and more at BairdBrothers.com.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here at Legends in Boardman, we are live for the South Range show, and we have let's just get down to it. Brass tacks. Before we introduce you, Cade Whitmer. I guess that's a formal introduction.
Yeah.
Senior.
Yep.
You love football. You love being a Raider.
Yep.
You love video games.
Yeah.
What else do you love?
I just love this school. I mean, there's so much great people here. It's just a great experience.
It's why to put the burgundy and gold on. What does it mean to you?
It means everything. I mean, these people, I've been with them since I was like third grade. Played the sport for years. It's amazing.
Okay, so what's your favorite part about football? I mean, you're an offensive lineman, so naturally it's got to be pushing people around, right?
Yeah. I mean, I love game day. Just getting ready for the games, getting with my buddies. It's great.
Now, you seem like a quiet fellow.
Yeah.
Do you get a little bit more amped up on game days, or how does that, how do you flip that switch?
Yeah, I mean, listening to the music, getting ready, all the boys hyping me up. It's just, yeah.
Well, Whitmer's a predominant name in the area, naturally. Are you a farmer?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so what do you farm?
We have a dairy farm.
Okay.
So we do crops for the cows.
Okay, so 4-H, I'm guessing?
Yes, I
a
used
lot
to.
of that?
Yep.
What was your favorite part of being in 4-H?
Probably the check. I got a big check from the cows.
I love it. Now, did you have themes for for your 4-H? Because I know sometimes they have themes that they have to do.
Not really, but what I took was a dairy feeder.
Okay.
So that's the type of cow that I took.
Okay. So you're trotting it around, right? Don't you have to do a whole? Explain to me how this goes, because as someone who's not a farmer, my cousins are farmer, my aunts and uncles, all of them.
Yeah.
But I never had to do it. They were in New York.
We raise it from when it was little. It's just from when it was born. Now we feed it every day, make sure it's healthy until it's about a couple months old. And then we take it to the fair, Canfield Fair. It's a great time, and we sell them.
Best fair food?
Corn dog.
You're a corn dog guy?
Yeah.
My dude. $1 corn dogs, right?
Right.
Okay, the $1 corn dogs. What about the cheese on a stick? That's making a comeback.
I've never had it.
It's like a corn dog, but it's just cheese.
Yeah.
It'll bind you up, man. Don't worry about that. All right, let's talk football. You came into a big spot this week. Guys needed you, and you were just pushing people around left and right. What was that like for you?
It was great. I mean, Ryan's obviously a great tackle. Tried to just step up and do my role.
How do you step up into that? I mean, there's an expectation, right?
Right.
How do you step up into that? Those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah, obviously. Coach Taylor, he does a great job. He got me ready. Just doing what I have to do, watching film, and I thought I did all right.
Do you ever go one-on-one with Coach Taylor or Coach Foster?
No, not yet.
Could you take him?
I think so.
That's my boy right there. All right, I also heard video games.
Yeah.
All right, what video games are you into?
I really like Minecraft and Madden.
What is it with you guys in Minecraft? It's incredible. I have to ask you this because I was told that there's only one king in Minecraft, and it's QB1.
Right.
Are you better than Billy Skirpack in Minecraft?
Yes, I think I'm better at building.
Better at building. What's he better than?
Combat.
Tearing down? Combat. All right,
Yeah.
so I've never played this Minecraft. So you can build and fight?
Right. You fight zombies.
Together?
Yeah. It's just kind of like a free roaming game.
It's incredible. So you guys are teammates on the field, and then you go fight zombies in your free time.
Right.
This is incredible. Incredible. What other teammates are on this Minecraft team?
I play mostly with Dean DePizzo. He's
Okay.
probably one of my biggest online friends.
Does Kraus get down on this too?
Yeah, he plays. I don't know if he plays Minecraft too much, but he plays Xbox.
I know he plays Madden.
Yeah, he plays Madden.
You say you play Madden.
I play Madden once in a while.
Who's your team?
The Browns.
Oh, gosh. Is that your team in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. As an offensive lineman, there's two types of linemen. Ones that love the pass block, one that like to run block. In Madden, do you find yourself running more because you're an offensive lineman?
I do actually.
We got Chubb too.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. I gravitate towards the running. Just I feel like I'm a better run blocker, bigger body. So
Does Madden help you like in real life? Like I've heard people that actually train on Madden and watch what the AI does, and then it actually helps them in their practice. Does that seem to help you at all?
yeah, you can definitely learn from it. I also like to just watch videos of like NFL players, their technique, things like that. It really helps me.
Like on YouTube?
Yeah.
Very cool. What was it like to? I mean, obviously you had a very good game against Jefferson. What was it like to watch yourself on tape?
Well, it was just nice. That was my first varsity start, so it was nice to see what I could do against better opponents. But it's also nice to have people who can get me ready for it. Our scout team does a really good job.
Well, that's a great shout out to the scout team.
Yeah.
What were the insides like? Were you nervous when you first start?
I was nervous at first, but once the first play was over, I was just ready.
Who was the guy that kind of calmed you down?
Gus.
Gus call.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Gus is over
There's
there.
Gus. Gus calming you down. What does that mean? I mean, a guy that's, really younger than you, telling you, hey, it's going to be okay. What was the kind of message to you?
Well, he told me that if I needed help with anything, he was there. And we worked together. We got it done. Good win.
He was your right-hand man.
Right.
I can appreciate that. Did you get a little extra love from Billy
Yeah.
on Friday night?
Yep.
A little appreciation. What's it mean when a quarterback or a running back? Because I think everybody's dream. Now you guys can't spike the ball in the end zone like they do in the NFL.
Right.
But every lineman's dream is to score or to have that spike. What would be if you were allowed? Coach Yeagley can go earmuffs. What would be your celebration in the end zone if you could?
Oh, I can't really. I don't think of one that comes to mind. I just celebrate with my teammates. Really.
Are you the guy that lifts them up?
Yeah.
Because
That.
You're a big. How big are you?
Like 6'1", 250.
Whew. You could put me through the ceiling, no problem, man. I'd be hanging out with these things in no time. All right, let's back to the family life. I know your family is very important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about why they're so important to you and how they've been there for you through the last 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, they've helped me throughout all stages of life. Got into football when I was really young. My parents supported me the whole way, and now we're here, and they're still supporting me.
Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have two sisters.
Two sisters, all both younger?
Both older.
Both older.
Yes.
Okay, so you're the baby.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. So what's going to be like for mom and dad when you leave the nest?
Oh, they're going to have no one. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you're going far, though. It sounds like you're going to YSU.
Yeah, that's where I plan to go.
Any ideas on what you want to study?
Civil engineering, maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what got you into civil engineering?
My sister studies engineering, and seemed just like a good profession.
So you got a nice little GPA going if you're going civil engineering.
It's all right.
I like it.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad, what do they mean to you?
Everything. I mean, they're my parents. I love them for everything they do for me. They're just great to me.
When you do you ever get a chance to turn around and look at the sidelines and see all the burgundy and gold in the stands? Do you ever, being it's your senior year, do you ever just kind of take a mental picture?
Yeah, you got to take it all in. I mean, not going to be able to relive this, so you got to take it in as much as you can.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for your time. Kate
Yep.
Whitmer, appreciate you so much. We'll be back at Legends right after this on your sports network.
Locally owned and operated, Sheely's relaxed shopping experience means browsing and lounging is always encouraged.
Find Flex Deal and more at Sheely's Furniture and Appliance. because the best things in life happen at home.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
All right, and welcome back to Legends here in Boardman for the South Range Raiders show. Every Tuesday night, 7:30. Join us out here, ask some questions, enjoy the delicious food. Make sure you take care of your servers because they are unbelievable here. It's all, or no, it's not all you can eat. It's wing night here. What'd you get?
I got a smash burger.
Is it good?
I didn't try it yet.
You smashed it. Well, it's coming out. I'm sorry.
It's out there.
I pulled you in just as you were getting your food. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah, your dad's got a smash burger now.
Yeah.
Tyler Remish, welcome into the show. Obviously, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
A senior. I mean, this place means so much to you, South Range. The burgundy and gold. When you don it, man, you've got generations of people that you're representing, and the 4-4 as well. What does it mean to you every time that you kind of lace up?
I mean, yeah, it's big shoes to fill. I mean, Peyton obviously was a good player, but I mean,
he was okay. Let's not give him too much credit.
He's all right. I don't really remember him, but I mean, I go back and watch his film before games, and I mean, it just pumps me up just knowing that like he's watching me, and like I don't know.
And he's like watching you on YSN. I heard he's like when he's at school, he's watching you, and on Friday nights. What does that mean to you to have someone that cares so much about you or the legacy that the Remish name leaves behind?
I mean, it's awesome. I remember in middle school back then, he would just come up after the games and just tell me like what I'm doing wrong and how to improve. And we would go home and just work on it and lift and get in the weight room. And I mean, it's just a big help.
How do you stand out? I mean, it's as someone who's seen this before, how do you stand away from the shadow that, Big Brother casts to be your own person?
I don't know. I just try to be different than him. I mean, I don't really know how he acted in practice or anything, but
I know a guy we can probably ask.
Yeah, but I mean, I know he was physical. I mean, he told me like how to practice and just how to get better, just in general.
Off the field, what are some of the similarities you guys share?
Me and him hunt a lot together. We do a lot of fishing, and I mean, we play some games sometimes, but we're pretty quiet. He just stays in his room and does whatever.
And what are the main differentials from you and Peyton?
I don't know. He's just out a lot with his friends and buddies. I mean,
you're kind of internalized. You're going to do that.
Yeah,
I get that.
I just stay by myself.
I get that. Lone wolf. Yeah. I did. So what you said you hunt. What do you hunt?
Deer.
Just deer?
Yeah.
Very cool. What's the biggest deer?
So far I just got a small 8-point, but I have a big one on my camera right now that hasn't came in yet.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're excited for deer hunting season this year. All right. Yeah. This team has been phenomenal this year, Tyler. You've been a big part of it. This last game, you stood out like a sore thumb. I mean, the leading rusher and the leading tackler. What was it about it? Did you just like cold weather, freezing rain games or what?
I knew I had to come prepared. I mean, it's Jefferson. Whenever we go up there, it's always freezing cold. So I just knew that it would affect us somehow. But I mean, we came through and we really, really improved and did what we needed to do.
I'm getting flashes of deja vu because I remember it was our first year with YSN, and I'm interviewing your brother, and I just asked him, and I'll ask you the same question. Do you just like hurting people? Like, is that like when they come through that gap, you're always there and you're just laying lumber like you own 84 lumber. Like, talk to me about what it's like for you to what you see and I know you don't smile much, but do you ever just smile knowing that somebody's going to get their head taken off?
Yeah, after a big play like that, I usually go crazy a little bit. I mean, I love physicality. I mean, so did everyone else in my family, and it's just
no, not physicality. Your dad doesn't like physicality. Hall of Famer.
No, not really.
You know, from your standpoint, what's the best part of being on this Raider team?
I mean, just my teammates. I've been with them for a long time, and we have a really good connection with each other. And I mean, I don't know, it's just awesome.
Do you ever talk to Peyton about kind of his ride through his senior year, and you know where they kind of exited off, and you know how this team has a lot of similarities? I mean, there's a lot of expectations for this team. I don't know if you know that, but there's a lot of people that think this team could go a long way.
I've heard a lot of questions about that, how we differ or how we're the same as his year. But, I mean, I just try to do our own thing and just, I don't know.
Has he given you any advice? Like as to, like, trying to stay – I mean, you're pretty calm as it is, but trying to keep your head on straight one game at a time, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, he does.
That's good. That's good. Good answer. Easy answer. I'll take it. All right, let's get off the field. What are your favorite things to do other than hunting?
I'm just hanging out with my friends. I like working, making money.
Okay.
I mean, me and Joey, we mow some yards. So
what do you like? You do that during obviously this season. What do you do in the winter?
In the winter,
you guys plow or like shovel driveways or anything?
No, we haven't got there yet. We just started this summer.
See, entrepreneurship. I love it.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
I love it. And you said you want to go do a trade, and it's going to be a pretty impressive one. What do you want to do?
Probably an aircraft mechanic is what I'm thinking.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's
it'd be pretty
cool. How do you get started on that?
You got to go into it and some kind of school. I know there's one in Pennsylvania. It's
Aeronautics
called the Aeronautics Institute or whatever. You just got to graduate from that. And
how'd that catch your eye?
My mom brought it up to me a couple of days ago, and she said she knew someone about it. And I just started looking into it, and I knew I needed to like find something soon because it's coming up. So
a couple of days of research. I like it. Yeah. I like having it. You know, from that standpoint, why that? Why not something else? I mean, what caught your eye? Like when your mom told you about that, was it the paycheck? Was it, you know, the hours? What was it?
I like working on stuff. I mean, I work on a Jeep myself. My whole family has Jeeps, and we just like working on cars. And I mean, it just caught my eye because of that.
You have a Jeep too?
Yeah.
Very cool. What year?
1984.
Wow. What color?
Yeah. Doesn't have a color right now. I didn't paint it. It's got some Bondo and different colors.
It's Bondo. That's what color it is. I like it. I mean, your parents, your family's awesome. They've been supporters of YSN since we began. Yeah. What does it mean to look up in the stands and see them cheering for you avidly each and every week, and knowing that they're going to support you with whatever you do?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, my dad,
stud, by the way, he's a stud.
I hear him. I don't really look up at him. I just hear him.
I hear him too in the booth.
I see him. Yeah, I see him down at the bottom of the stand screaming at me. I know I just got to improve for the next half.
Yeah. What about mom?
I don't know. I don't really see her that much up there.
But she's a huge supporter, obviously.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I mean, what does she mean to you? What does she mean to the guy you are today?
Yeah, she means a lot to me. She's helped me through everything, and just it's amazing.
All right, and the last question I have for you, again, kind of how we started. When you pull that 4-4 over, what does it mean to you, and how do you want to represent that? How do you want to leave that legacy?
Well, Peyton, he was a good player, and I have big shoes to fill, and so is my dad, and I have big shoes to fill. And, I mean, it's a big name, so I know I got to go out there and improve and just try to be the best I can and just make a name for myself.
How do you want this season to end for you?
Just like everyone else wants it, 16-0.
State championship. The Burgundy Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Remish. Thank you very much, my friend. We'll be back right after this on your sports network.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun, it all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legends here in Boardman. How about a big round of applause for Rick and the entire staff here taking care of our South Range folks tonight. The Guardians and the Yankees on right now. Are you a baseball fan? No, not at all. He says no, not at all. We are here with Bailey Ryan, who I've waited a long time to interview. This young man, I can't tell you what he does on the defensive line because you're literally everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, you've had interceptions. I'm just going to go over what Coach Yeagley said. Interceptions, fumble recoveries, blocked kicks. What else have you done? Everything. Everything. And he's a little nervous. We're going to go over this. So Bailey Ryan, the defensive lineman for South Range. I heard you're the big talker. So like the featured guy right now. So you play football at a high level. Yeah. You play hockey at a high level. And you knit at an incredibly high level. What is your let's start backwards. What's your favorite thing that you've knitted so far?
I don't really know. I like small things are a lot easier, so it's more fun.
Do you knit for your family or friends, or what do you do? Does everybody get something for Christmas?
No. It's more of just like something I do. Just it's really calming, you know. Like
okay.
It's not stressful.
So like when do you? I mean, you are a busy guy. When do you find time to do this thing?
Just whenever, you know, like if we're coming home from football, I'll get a shower and I'll go down and I'll knit for a little bit.
So instead of playing like video games, you just kind of, or reading a book, you knit?
Yeah.
I like that. I wish I could do it. My mother does it. I have I wish I could do it. I don't know if I could learn. How long did it take you to learn?
Quite a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
I just started back into it like last year, but I learned when I was like 11, 12.
Just because, or?
I mean, it was something like my sisters were into for a little bit. And my grandma was real into it. So I just kind of hopped on the bandwagon of the family.
What other crazy talents do you have, Bailey Ryan? You're like a mystery novel now.
I can do a split, like a full split.
A full split? No, we're not going to ask you to do it because I know you're eating that salad over there. But like, how do you, this is going to sound weird. How do you find out that you can do a full split?
It's something I wanted to try it one time, and then
I just did it.
Yeah,
you're an anomaly. Like you're like a robot. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, hockey. Take me through hockey. I mean, I guess you're a really, really good hockey player.
Yeah. I played it since I was like 3 or 4.
Hockey?
Yeah.
Like you're that good of a skater?
I mean,
I'd like to think.
I mean, it's a lot lower than you'd think.
Gotcha.
It's more like if you can stand up, you're gonna be good.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what? I mean, is your hockey or is your family hockey like crazed, or like how do you get started in hockey?
Yeah, I grew up in, like around Pittsburgh and Johnstown, PA. So
Got it.
it was a huge thing. Everyone played hockey.
And that was about the time. What year were you born?
2004.
Yeah, so that was about the time that Crosby and everything was coming around. Okay, gotcha. All right, so that makes sense. I'm guessing you're a Penguins fan?
Yeah.
Are you a Steelers fan too?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They're not looking good right now.
No,
man.
they're not.
They're bad. That's bad football being played. But take me back to this hockey. I mean, I heard you almost weren't a South Range Raider at one point because you were so good at hockey.
Yeah. Before I got into high school, I didn't really know because both routes looked really promising.
Yeah.
But in the end, I chose football because I love the sport. It's so much more intense, and you meet so many more people, and it's just closer.
Now I got to ask the profile view because most hockey players have the flow, and I'm not seeing the mullet. The craze is taken over.
Yeah.
Is that a personal decision? You're not the flow guy.
I don't do long hair.
Have you ever had the long hair for the flow?
No.
Nothing. I like it. See, I don't have much long hair to talk about either. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I was always been a short and tight guy. But the flows that are coming out nowadays, especially in hockey and baseball, it's a little bit ridiculous. But the beard looks good, man. The beard looks real good. Do you guys have a playoff beard? Or is that's your personal preference?
Yeah, it's a personal thing, and I won't shave it until we lose. So I'm hoping it grows pretty long.
I'm gonna say it doesn't sound like you're gonna be shaving it anytime soon.
Yeah.
This team's very special, man, and you're a very big part of it. When we're talking about this 22 South Range team, this is your legacy. I mean, we talked to two of your brothers here tonight. What do you want to leave behind as part of your legacy?
I'd like to for everyone that's been in high school with us, just to know that it's all about how hard you're willing to work and how close you can be with everyone else. Because if you're not going to trust someone that's right behind you, like me and Tyler, I would trust Tyler with anything.
Yeah,
because he's right behind me. I know I can do my thing and he'll do his.
We'll get to how you got here in a second because I heard it was quite the story and how you actually literally got to this location here tonight. How do you get to the quarterback so quickly, man? Like you were like the Aaron Darnold of our area. I mean, is that one guy that you look up to? Do you watch film on him? I know that they were talking about film watching on YouTube. I mean, do you look up to guys like Aaron Donald?
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Yeah,
and I'd love to be like him when I'm older, but it's he's something else.
You're kind of a freak too. I mean, in a good way, naturally. I mean, what I've seen you do, you get to the quarterback so quickly, and they basically, I don't know if you know this, they game plan around 61 and staying away from you. So for you to do that, psyche, if you're not getting the tackles you want, especially in your senior season, it's got to play with your mind, but you know that they're going away from you for a reason. What does that do to you?
It's real frustrating sometimes, especially when teams, they know who I am.
Yeah.
And they'll put 2 or 3 guys on me most of the time. And towards the end, you get pretty mad.
Yeah,
because
sure.
Watching it go outside or get quick thrown every time is.
But you're talking to your guys and you're saying, hey, if they got 3 on me, that means 2 of you gets to go. Who's going to step up?
JD is something else too.
He's a monster, isn't he? You were talking about freaks of nature on the outside. That's the guy I'd love to have. When you guys have conversations in the huddle, do you guys ever just give each other looks like you're going to get somebody?
Sometimes. JD's a man of very few words on the field. He's
really?
Yeah, he'll yell when we're running out there, but other than that, he's real locked in. He's pretty intense.
And you're the other way around. I see you flailing your arms and getting everybody pumped up. Are you? I know Colucci is the verbal leader of this team, but are you the guy on defense that kind of keeps everybody amped up and kind of foaming at the mouth?
I try. I'm not the main guy. That's just more a for me thing.
Yeah.
Because I like running out with my buddies. It's one of the greatest feelings you can have.
I love it. Your favorite part of being a Raider?
Probably just how close the senior class is. We're all together all the time.
What's your favorite thing to do off the field with your teammates?
I don't really know.
You don't play video games?
Not
or
really.
Maybe a little bit.
Not often.
Okay. Do you ever teach anybody else to knit?
No.
Nobody's even asked you?
No.
That's crazy. That's great. Can you knit Coach Yeagley a hat for the playoffs?
It would take a long time.
It would take a long time?
Probably.
Oh, my goodness. I'd love to see it. We'll get a picture of it. We'll get you some help. Let's talk about your family. I mean, how much they mean to you and how supportive have they been over, the course of your career and your life?
Yeah, they mean a lot. My parents went through a lot to just get me to practices and get me to camps and get me to all this stuff I needed to be successful. And I know it put a lot on them, and I appreciate it so much.
Shout them out, man. What's their names?
Carrie and Dennis Ryan.
There we go, Carrie and Dennis. There, that's perfect. That's awesome. What do you want to do when you grow up, young man?
I either want to go into environmental science and be like a fish and wildlife. Like, I don't really know. Like, it's like a wildlife conservation area, or I want to study history and become a history teacher.
Very cool. I mean, what were two of the influences for that?
It's just something that's always interested me. Like, history is my subject. That's what I do good for very little reason.
Do you get along with Coach? Isn't Coach Foster a history teacher?
Yeah, I never had Coach Foster.
Oh man, I bet you guys. He loves history. He'll talk your ear off for history. By the way, could you take Coach Foster, like D-line? I heard there was a little run-in. Was that you that you had a run-in with Coach Foster earlier this year? Not like bad, like you guys dinged each other up or something.
Yeah, we were doing a drill, and I in offensive individual, and I'm more of a defensive guy.
No.
Yeah, and I probably wasn't doing as good as I could have been, and he gave me more of a shove than I thought I was gonna get, and I twisted my ankle.
I'm gonna be honest with you, as someone who's very close with Coach Foster, he didn't want to leave his room for however long you were out. He was terrified. He's like, I'm here a week, and I injured the best defensive lineman. So for what it's worth, man, you are greatly appreciated everywhere. You're greatly feared everywhere, as well as someone who has a know-how in 67 schools. Your name comes up often. We're proud of you. We're excited for you. If there's anything we can do for you, never hesitate to call. Bailey Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, live from Legends. That's going to do it for our show tonight. Join us next Tuesday, 7:30, for the South Range Raiders show right here on your sports network. Good night.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we offer a worry-free experience for all our customers. From sales to financing and even service, we'll help build your perfect vehicle
and lock in your trade value
while your vehicle is being built.
No worries.
We guarantee financing.